I really need to fix that because that's just going to annoy me and everybody watching this video now. I've mentioned it. I had a call with one of my clients yesterday and they asked a simple question. Hey John, why is it the Instagram girls go from having a kid to 6 weeks later, 10 weeks later, looking like they've never even had a kid? Couple of things. One, check their jaws and the eyebrows. If they look like they're a fucking Neanderthal dragging tigers through the forest, it's called growth hormone. Two, things like this exist. This is called Anavar. Well, this is a prop container with the chemical name for Anavar written on it. Not all fitness influencers use steroids. And this, by no means do I want this to turn into some do they use steroids or don't they use steroids type of video, because that's not the point of this. This is more just a thing of like, don't believe everything you see. On top of steroids, you have Photoshop. Photoshop's pretty fucking cool. You can do a lot of things in Photoshop. A lot of people have been caught out using Photoshop. Just be aware when you're scrolling through your social media, especially if you're someone who's just had a child or is a mother trying to get rid of the mum tum, as it's so affectionately called by mothers, that there may be a chance that your favorite influencer, because hundreds of thousands of dollars riding on the fact that they look good, may use something to help their process along. Now, I'm not saying that they don't do this without training or nutrition, because they're the principles, but things like this help. A lot of people don't think females use steroids. A lot of people are wrong. As I said, I don't want this to turn into a do they use steroids, don't they use steroids video. But what I want it to be, it's more a public service announcement of you don't know everything that's going on. Don't go comparing your journey to someone else's journey, especially if they've got, say, like 10 years of training in nutrition on top of you. So if you're comparing your day one through to their year 10, guess what? They're going to have a totally different outcome. There's also a genetic factor to that as well. Some people are just lucky. They bounce back. But as I said, some people's jaw's gone, eyebrow little thing, whatever this is called here, is expanded. And those bitches are about to club a fucking tiger over the head because they're in so much growth hormone, they're fucking going backwards and looking like a cave woman. Again, not a steroid video, more just a, hey, be aware. Take everything with a grain of salt. There are some influencers that don't use anabolic steroids whatsoever. There are some influencers that do. Just the main part of the video is don't compare your journey to someone else's. You don't know what they're doing, what they're taking, how they're training, how dialed in their nutrition is, if they have a private chef, fucking many other factors. Also, if you were reasonably lean before you had a baby and then you had a kid and you stayed lean, you're gonna look lean like 10 weeks later. The main part of this video is don't compare your journey to someone else's because it's totally different. You don't know what they're doing nutrition-wise. They may be on a super low calories for a period of time so they can start getting paid by companies promoting their product. You just don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody recovers from pregnancy differently. Just focus on yourself, not what other people are doing.